Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Chat with Curry and Adrian. I'm Curry Terrell. With me, as always, the incomparable Adrian McMillan.
That's me.
How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm alive. I'm awake plus alive.
I was just about to say that.
It's Christmas.
It's not, but it is for you.
I decorated. That was the best part of the week, honestly.
Wow. I can't believe it.
It gave me chills. When I got home last night and all the lights were on, Alana did close the blinds, the front blinds, which we have a tree in the window, so you wouldn't close the blinds. But when I got inside and saw it all lit up in there, I had goosebumps head to toe.
You put everything up.
I'm missing 2 strands of lights, which I went today and got from Target. And because I don't know if I just didn't space them out right on the tree, but I had like a foot at the top of the tree with that I needed extra lights. Oh. So I pulled those lights from somewhere else, so I have to replace those lights.
I see.
But yeah, pretty much that's it.
So here's a question for you. From now until the end of the year, will we only be recording here?
No, we can record there. We still have one table.
Where? Behind the Christmas tree?
No, in front of it, where the Hanukkah stuff is.
Oh, amazing.
If you want to, we can go there. Or we can do it here. It doesn't matter.
I love it here.
Yeah, we're mobile.
I love it.
What was your favorite part about Halloween?
We won first place at the Halloween party.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we recorded right before that.
Yeah. And then on Halloween day, we walked around West Hollywood and felt like celebrities.
You were the belle of the ball. Truly, literally, we did not walk 2 feet without somebody commenting, staring, pointing.
Taking a picture, asking for a picture.
It was incredible.
And what was wild was there were also just people who were like, I want to take a picture with you. Who didn't know what it was.
Exactly. You were still like bloody and gross and over the top, which people love.
My favorite comment was the guy, he was like an older guy who didn't know, and it was just in passing, and he said, "Elephant girl."
Because you had the Elephant Man mask, but a gown.
I'm Elephant Girl.
It was... That's actually, put that in your bio.
I am Elephant Girl. Yeah, it was fun. That was fun.
Absolutely incredible.
What about you?
I love that the director liked your picture.
Yes.
Reposted Patrick.
Yes.
Patrick's picture has how many likes on Twitter?
Like over 200.
Incredible. That was my favorite part.
And Tamara Judge reposted your
Tamara
TikToked
my TikTok.
Reposted your TikTok. That's right.
And also some other boy who did it way better than me.
He did it way better than you?
Well, he had the Johnny Cash shirt that she had on in one of the things. So, yeah, he kind of did. But she also shared that girl on Sunday when I posted mine. And that girl didn't even put makeup on. She just wrapped her head in ace bandage. I was like, this is bull crap.
Total bull crap.
But whatever. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
I love seeing all the people dressed up. A lot of Austin Powers.
Yeah.
A lot of Beetlejuice.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For this year.
Everybody was Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it really was fun. That is such a fun thing. I know it's a lot like obviously walking over there and like just being out in the world, but...
I wish Halloween were on a Saturday every year.
Okay, when I was decorating the tree yesterday, I was thinking Halloween should be like Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Where it's on a specific day.
No matter what. It's the last Saturday of October.
Correct. Because it needs to be celebrated on a weekend.
Correct.
Also, then it puts people on a weird thing. Do you celebrate last weekend? Do you celebrate this? Some people I know are still going to stuff this weekend. Yeah. Thursday night? And then what? You have to go to work Friday?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it does. It's not right. Who came up with these rules?
I know.
What did you do this week other than that was exciting?
I have no idea.
I feel like we went to a concert. Am I making that up?
I don't think we did.
Okay. We don't even know. Oh, I did. I saw Jessica Lynn on Tuesday
with
Ashley.
And you saw ELO.
That was last Friday.
Oh.
We talked about it last week.
I totally have memory loss.
Honestly, me too. It's getting worse. I think post the beginning of COVID, my brain time is like...
That was 4 years ago.
I know.
Almost 5.
I know. 5
years ago.
I know. I saw something the other day at Stacey or Rico, I saw 6 years ago. That feels like... that feels like not that long ago. 6 years ago. And that's fine. I don't need to go any further, but yeah. Wild. Absolutely wild.
I know.
But Jessica Lange was amazing.
Wow.
So good. She really can sing.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. And then she's, it's good energy.
Yeah.
And the Wiltern, always fun.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson on her breakaway tour went to the Wiltern.
And you were there.
I wasn't in Los Angeles.
Why?
I was in 10th grade.
Why didn't you go?
I regret it. But guess what? She's
What?
announcing something on Monday, and people think it's going to be a Christmas show.
At the Wiltern?
No, it'll probably be in New York.
Didn't they say that last year?
That's the thing, so I'm not getting my hopes
Yeah,
up.
who's saying this? Well,
she
people
said
say,
at
people
the
say.
end of her video where she posted her CD that I cannot find, she said, I have a big announcement coming. And then in the comments, her producer people said, it's coming Monday. And then under that, people were saying, "Oh, she's announcing a show, a Christmas
Will you
show."
go to New York?
And I'll have to sell my organs or something.
And you can't find her CD?
I can't. Her CD's on Amazon, but it won't get here till the 10th.
So what? Of November?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the second.
Yeah.
I just don't like, I know you understand, even though you're not going to sympathize with me right now. But there is something about not being able to get something that everybody else can get that annoys me. I know.
You know
that's
who
what
you're
I'm saying.
talking to?
That's what I'm saying. I know you understand.
Oh, yes. You can't do a Target pickup and just see where it's available?
They don't have it at Target. It's apparently it's online only this week. Next week it'll be in stores, even though it's available now. And the guy at Amoeba tried to gaslight me and said that I missed it.
Right.
I went today. He said, "Oh, actually, I looked it up after you got off the phone yesterday." He remembered me from yesterday. That was embarrassing, and said we didn't get it.
Oh.
I said, I know. And he tried to tell me somebody else had got it.
Wow. They ain't printing her CDs no more.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
Barnes
& Noble?
It's a deluxe. Oh, that's actually a good thought. Okay. I'll look this up later. I could spend a whole podcast talking about just that. How my brain works. This is what I'm thinking about while I'm decorating the tree. Why isn't Halloween on a set weekend, and why can't I get the CD that everybody else can get? The first movie we're going to talk about this week, we saw 5 minutes ago. Adrian saw at TIFF.
Yeah.
And what did you give it on Letterboxd at TIFF?
5 stars.
Love. Conclave, starring Ray Fiennes. Is it Fiennes?
I think it's Ray Fine.
No S?
There is an S, but I don't think you say it.
Ray Fine. John Lithgow, Isabella Rossellini, Stanley Tucci, and Carlos Diaz. It is about the Pope passing away and the vote for a new Pope and sort of the drama surrounding that.
Here's my question. Has a movie ever been made about this before? And if it hasn't, why did it take so long?
The Two Popes is about what? One of them retiring?
Yes. Like debating that and just like talking about to an old Pope.
Uh-huh. I loved The Two Popes.
Yeah, it was good. Definitely not as dramatic as this.
No, this is a lot more salacious.
Succession, like.
Yes. Exactly.
Right? It's like the fight for the top.
Peak performances by everybody.
God.
I just kept thinking during the whole movie, when obviously these are all people that are very established in their careers. And so when they're writing this movie, do you think they're like, this is who I have in mind?
I think so. I think that's the type of movie. And it's based on a book.
Okay.
And the guy who made this did All Quiet on the Western Front. Did you ever watch that?
Yes, which I loved. But I saw it on the TV, which is not how I wanted to see it.
Oh.
You have a huge TV. I don't. So it's not the same experience.
I see what you mean.
I wish it was just so war kind of movies. I want to see that in theaters.
I know.
I want the speakers to be booming.
Yeah. This honestly had I would say obviously not the same level of tension, but he definitely built it up.
100%. The score, everything.
The reveals.
Everything. The only thing, I wish I had not seen the trailer so many times because, of course, some of the pieces of the reveals, I was like, well, I know some of this stuff. But that's, again, my problem, not a...
Sure.
But beautifully directed. Mm-hmm. There were so many visuals, just zoom outs where I was like, wow, it gave me chills. Mm-hmm. Who is supposed to be winning Best Actor right now?
I think him.
He should. It reminded me, I kept thinking this is like The Father.
Yeah.
Where it's just an actor at the peak of their game in a role that is so perfect for them.
Absolutely.
He was phenomenal in it.
Some people think, though, too, it feels like it could sneak its way into a Best Picture win as well. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I loved it. Patrick only gave it 3 stars, I saw.
I'm not surprised.
That's pretty rough.
I'm not surprised by that. I'm trying to look up right now the... Scott Feinberg of The Hollywood Reporter has Conclave as number 4 right now.
Number 1 being...
September 5, which nobody is talking about.
What is that?
I think it's about the Munich Olympics.
Oh.
And like the news team that was behind covering it, if I'm not mistaken. The Brutalist he has is number 2, Amelia Perez, which is playing at the Egyptian now.
Okay.
And Conclave number 4 or 5 is Honora. It's very all over the place this year because Variety is like the polar opposite. They have like Honora as winning Best Picture, I feel like.
No.
Honora right now is who they predict.
Caroline says the best movie of the year. She's seen it twice.
No. And they predict Ridley Scott for Gladiator.
Okay.
Edward Berger they think could be nominated, who directed this movie, Conclave. Actor right now they have is Ray Fine, Conclave.
As it should be. Who's number 2?
They don't really rank it that way. They just have a tiered listing in alphabetical order by last name.
Oh.
And then...
I see. Well, I think he definitely should be nominated. Stanley Tucci definitely should be nominated.
Yeah.
Again, a perfect role for him.
Yeah, totally. Scott Feinberg thinks Ray Fine, too, as number 1.
Wow. I just had chills the whole movie.
Yeah.
There were so many little moments, so many little lines.
I know.
I was just like, yeah.
Again, most shocking was us going to a 1 p.m. screening and every single seat being sold.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Also, the people next to Patrick talking.
The whole time.
Yeah. Patrick, why don't you say hush? It was too much. I was like, this is a silent movie.
Yeah.
Luckily, my stomach was also speaking. But hush.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I loved it. I really did love it. I knew I was going to love it, and it did not disappoint. I was nervous, though.
Highly recommend.
Because you had said it was so good.
Yeah.
Caroline had said it was so good, so I was like, oh, this is going to be... I hope it lives up to this.
I know. Patrick just said it felt like it was going very slowly. Which it is. It's like kind of a slow burn.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like a brooding slow burn.
I think, too, what added to, like, the tension of it was they were trapped.
Yes.
They couldn't go anywhere.
Sequestered.
He kept sending people out, and they would come back with, like, a sentence.
Yeah.
Or, like, it's like that kind of stuff. And all the lights having to be out. That was my biggest question. Why do they have to sit in the dark?
I'm sure it just has to do with tradition.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
All from the very first second, them like wrapping the door, all of it. I was like, there's so much like ceremony to everything.
Exactly. That's the perfect way to put it.
Wow.
It's been happening hundreds of years.
And a great election time movie. Genius.
Genius.
I was wondering, did it annoy you that people were laughing?
Yes, but they were laughing in Toronto as well in the press screening. So there is, I guess, a slight humor to it, but it's not an inherently funny movie at all.
I just kept thinking people are laughing because it's so tense they want to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
So it's like they're looking for... Which that to me is a good movie.
Yeah, like John Lithgow when he was just making coffee. Why were they laughing?
Oh, yeah. The only part that really made me giggle was when she's in the cafeteria and she just sort of like shrugs her shoulders and walks away. I was like, oh, yeah, this is funny. Like they're doing this on purpose.
Of course.
100% recommend if you're looking for a good awards movie starter. And it just expanded last weekend, so it'll still be in theaters, I think, for a few weeks.
For a little while.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Also, The Substance, you can watch at home.
Yes, I convinced my friend who works at UPS to watch it, and she told me, and she couldn't believe her eyes.
There was something else that we saw that we loved that I saw was streaming. I'll think of it. That's Conclave. Next, we're going to talk about another movie we saw this week together, Blitz, starring Saoirse Ronan and Elliot Heffernan. Elliot, what did you call me? Elliot Heffernan.
Got it.
And Harris Dickinson.
Yeah.
It doesn't even count. Should be taken off his filmography.
Okay.
Blitz is about... it's during World War II. They are attacking London.
Who's they?
Hitler.
Correct.
And I'm trying to say it right. It stresses me. What did I butcher the? Never mind, doesn't matter. The Hitler is bombing London, and Saoirse Ronan's son is sent away. Like all these children are basically sent away to protect them, and they'll come back after the war is over. And so the boy gets on the train, he runs off, and it's about his journey trying to get back home to his mom.
Correct.
It's directed by
Steve McQueen,
who is obviously an amazing director.
Academy Award-winning director.
Exactly. So, high expectations. We saw a letterboxed screening of it. It's an Apple movie, so it'll be available at home and in theaters. Mm-hmm. Wow. Really disappointing.
I was just about to say, very disappointment.
It was the first time I have ever watched a movie that I can recall. Obviously, I could be wrong, but the first time I've ever watched a movie with Saoirse Ronan where I thought, she's not good in this. And I don't know if it's her, but I didn't believe anything she was doing for a second. It was very, like, overacty.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to put it. It, first of all, does not feel like a Steve McQueen movie.
No.
If you watch his movies and then watch this, you would think this could have been directed by anybody. It did not. There were some editing elements to it that I thought were like kind of pushing the boundaries and kind of different.
Yeah.
That made me think it could be linked to him, but ultimately it was very generic. Like, what did you say? It was like just. How did you say it after?
I was about to say, I love when you said it afterwards, generic. That was correct.
Yeah, but you said something else now. I can't think of what it was.
Basic.
No, there's a different word you use.
I don't know.
Me either.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, it was not good.
No.
I gave it 2 stars, and I feel like that was lenient.
Very generous.
I love her, and I will watch her in anything. She, to me, is a quality guarantee.
Yeah.
Like, there are very few people that I think are like that anymore, and she has always been that, but this was not it.
No.
I was like, why did she do this? But of course, she did it because of him.
Yeah.
But the script was just so boring. There was no, again, tension. We were talking about that. There was no tension earned in the movie.
Yeah.
And the score kept doing this thing where it was like playing like heavy, like scary movie kind of music, but then nothing would happen.
Yeah.
So then when it did happen, you were like, well, who cares?
Yeah. It felt like a made for TV movie.
Yeah.
Kind of in a bad way. I mean, it kind of was like it's a streaming movie, which I guess we watch on our TVs mostly, but it felt like a very generic history film. And I wish like the first 5 minutes are so tense and kind of set this picture for like a wild kind of eye-opening war movie, and it's just not that.
What's the movie from last year
Which?
that we loved and we saw at the Academy Museum the second time? About the guy who's the general in the war and his wife, Sandra Hüller.
Zone of Interest.
I just kept thinking about that. And I was like, okay, so if you're like, there's just really good movies made about World War II. So you just got to show up. I don't know. It just wasn't good.
No.
It was boring.
Yeah, exactly.
Because at the end of the day, spoiler, fast forward if you need to, there was zero chance that he wasn't going to return home.
Yeah.
There was not a second in the movie where I thought, oh, it's not going to work out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I really hated it.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad we went, though. You know, but the only thing I couldn't stop thinking about, especially because obviously they're in London, Queen Elizabeth was alive then as like a teenager.
Wow.
In her 20s.
Yeah.
Where was she? Did they evacuate her? Like, that's what I wanted to know.
Did you look it up?
No.
What I will say, I already knew we were in trouble when there was nobody at the screening.
Yeah.
But some people think she's been on a lot of the lists I've seen for this movie.
Delete.
For supporting, I think is where they're putting her.
I think that's a delete, sad to say.
Harris Dickinson was in it in a completely wasted character that had no tie-up and really had no purpose in the movie. I was like, this is so they could put him in the commercials.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Or was like a last minute fill-in. I don't know what the situation was
Didn't
there.
make any sense. But we got free popcorn. We got a free drink.
Yeah.
They did give me the drink, and I dumped it out and refilled it.
I know.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not taking this watered-down ice drink. The drink machine's right here.
I know.
Also stained my leg with butter. It was everywhere. I stood up after the movie. I was like, how did that even happen?
Wow.
Delete. That movie will be on Apple Plus. I think it's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Blitz. Last movie we're going to talk about, I saw without Adrian. Saturday Night.
Ah, that's right.
Starring Gabriel LaBelle, Dylan O'Brien, Rachel Sennett, and a lot of other people. It is about the first night of Saturday Night Live. My biggest issue with the whole movie was it premiered on October 11th, and they released this movie a week before October 11th. That makes not a single lick of sense to me.
Agreed.
Also, one thing I'll say about Saturday Night Live, not related.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. It's the 50th anniversary, and they have regular people hosting.
Yeah.
It's the 50th anniversary of like the most legacied show on television.
Get like Chevy Chase,
Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah.
Like
Adam Sandler.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is the moment. There's posters all over LA.
Yeah.
50 years. So
Yeah.
like, why is Charlie XCX hosting and performing?
Right.
No shade to Charlie, but it's like
I get what you mean.
there should be something like ceremonial going on a little bit.
Does
more
this
so.
SNL get a lot of viewers?
I feel like it's like anything late night. It is essentially clips at this point. I feel like I see most of it every week.
But do they count like YouTube views as like a play, like a viewer?
Well, it's like I think of Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. I
don't think he gets like amazing ratings, but his social media stuff is huge. So they're
Yeah.
making money off of that.
Right. How weird. It really I don't find it funny.
The reading off the cards, the minute they're not facing each other and they're talking at cards, even if it is funny, I disconnect a little bit. But
Yeah.
the one with Ariana Grande singing with the girls, did you watch that?
Yeah.
That did make me giggle.
Yeah. I think there was really peak SNL
The 90s.
early 2000s, like Debbie Downer.
Molly-
you know what I mean?
oh,
Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon, Will
exactly.
Ferrell, Sherry O'Terry.
Yes, that was kind of the golden years. It's not, doesn't feel quite the same to me.
No. But then you think since then they have Kate McKinnon, they've had big people.
I know.
Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, it really goes in waves.
Yeah. Is
But
Keenan still on there?
yeah,
Good for him.
I did not see Saturday Night. I had a minor interest, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
Saturday.
go.
So yeah, it's about the first night of Saturday Night Live. It takes place in real time, so it takes place in like 90 minutes or whatever, the 90 minutes leading up to the show, and just the chaos. The camera never stops. They never stops. It's the boy from The Fabelmans that basically played Steven Spielberg in that as Lorne Michaels. That was an immediate issue. He looks 1 week out of high school. Lorne Michaels is supposed to be 30, and like his hair is supposed to be dipping back.
Yeah.
and this boy looks like they put like dark makeup under his eyes to make him look like stressed and old. It looked like high schoolers playing SNL. It looked like people on SNL playing characters. You know what I mean? It didn't feel. Nobody felt real. Nobody felt like an authentic person in real life. They felt like people making a movie about SNL.
Weird.
But that being said, there were moments I liked. It wasn't like a bad movie. It was fine. It just. Nah.
Didn't pack the punch.
It didn't pack the punch. And also, again, no tension. We know it went to air.
Yeah.
So it just needs to be more. I would have more liked a story of how did he get all these people together? How did he come to be? That I
Does
think
that
is-
story need to be told?
No.
I don't think so either. Who cares?
Yeah, I also couldn't really find the tone. Was it supposed to be funny? Was it supposed to be serious? Was it? It's like Philip Seymour Hoffman's son.
Yeah.
He's not old. He's not. He might be an adult, but he feels like he's Licorice Pizza age.
High
so
school.
then, exactly. So
Yeah.
then, him being an executive at NBC, I was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You know.
It wasn't believable.
Only I thought Dylan O'Brien was great. I
Yeah.
also thought the boy who was Chevy Chase, he was Chevy Chase. He was just like him, I thought.
Wow.
But
What about Nicholas Braun playing Jim Henson or whoever I was?
he was Jim Henson and also Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why was he two characters?
Right.
That was really odd. And people said that was really disrespectful to Jim Henson or what. I didn't think. I was like, really? Why?
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, it was okay. I'm glad I saw it though. It's a pop culture thing, and that I loved. That was interesting. Seeing people make a movie about it, I thought was an interesting concept. But you're right, it probably didn't need to be made.
I agree.
I never need to see it again, but I'm glad I did. I loved it.
I sadly think it may not be talked about ever. Like, who will say, remember Saturday Night?
No, but
Is it in awards conversation?
I feel like some people have been talking about the guy who's Jim Belushi.
Oh.
He sort of was like like Jim Belushi, I thought. But again, it just looked like people dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah.
You know?
Bummer.
Fun for them. I hope they had a good time making it. And a lot of people loved it. Honestly, one of the most divisive, nobody's arguing about it, but like some people I've seen online and stuff have loved it and been like, this is amazing. And some people hated it. Caroline thought it was the worst movie ever made. So it's, yeah, I don't know. I thought I landed in the middle somewhere.
All right.
It was okay. Saturday night it's been out for a minute, so it'll probably be on Peacock, I'm sure, because it is an NBC Universal property.
Absolutely.
Also, why weren't any of those people hosts? Like
They're not
Dylan
big
O'Brien,
enough.
Rachel Sennett would have been a great SNL host the week that came out.
Right, but is she like the vehicle to be promoting this movie? No.
No, Dylan is, I guess, because
Yeah.
he's the most like
Famous?
Yeah.
No.
Did you like that boy in The Fabelmans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that.
I like him. I just think he needs to play people that are 20 years old.
Yeah.
People that are about to get their IDs. That's his age. Now it's time for our question of the week. If you have a question, you can call our hotline. You can leave us a voicemail. Send us a text at 919-675-2428, which is 919-675-CHAT. You can send us an email. Let's chat with Curry and Adrian at gmail.com. Our question of the week comes from our dear friend Lucas, who asked, what are your election night plans and traditions?
Wow. No traditions right off the bat.
I've done it differently every single time.
Right. Yeah, there's no traditions. I would love to have a tradition.
Yeah.
To have people over, aka Curry.
Yeah.
And watch it on our big TV and have some delicious, comforting food.
Yep.
I think Ina said when we went to her Q&A, one of the questions, the fan submitted questions, was what she was going to do on Election Day. And she said, I think everybody deserves to eat the food that they want to eat, that makes them feel good. It's comfort food. If it's bad, if it's unhealthy, who cares? Eat it and have the best time and just feel good for yourself. No matter what happens, just feel good.
Exactly. That's the right way to do it.
So I'm like, maybe Wingstop.
I haven't had Wingstop in, I was about to say weeks, probably months.
No, me too.
I can't even think. Wow.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'll be watching it. We leave the next day to the United Kingdom.
Wow.
Not to say that means I have to go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. Our flight's not until the next afternoon.
Yeah. You might not even know before you fly.
I hope we do.
Because last time it was days, right? I know everything was different, obviously, because the world was shut down still, but...
I think we may know sooner. Especially if it's like blowout. Like, obviously there are formulas and people, I'm sure, who can calculate, like, if we have X amount of in-person votes that are occurring by this amount of time, we can assume that there's not enough mail-in votes to, like, push this person over the edge, Yeah. I'm sure that there are professionals who do that.
Are you watching an MSNBC or a CNN?
I don't know.
Where's the guy with the khaki pants?
MSNBC.
I remember last time just thinking, is his name Blitzer? Wolf Blitzer? I thought, I know he's tired.
Oh, yeah, of
He
course.
was on the TV for like 15 hours.
Yeah.
Talking and just endlessly talking. I thought, I know he is like, I need a snack.
Well, it's like when Joe Biden resigned, I think is when it was.
Oh, yeah.
Or whenever. I mean, it was either that or when the assassination attempt happened. He had posted a picture of him at like a restaurant drinking a cocktail that minute. Mm-hmm. And an hour later, he was in the studio.
And probably didn't leave for like 24 hours.
Exactly.
I hope he gets paid well. I'm sure he
Remember
does.
that video of him gagging on air? He was going to throw up.
I don't remember it.
Oh.
You have to show it to me.
I have a feeling we'll watch it here.
Yeah, I think so too.
And just see what happens.
Yeah, everybody vote.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your question. If you have a question, again, you can call us, leave us a voicemail, send us a text, 919-675-CHAT, send us an email, or message us on any of our socials. That's all good.
Yeah.
Now it is time for our songs of the week.
Also, just really quickly, what's crazy, too, with the election is like at 4 o'clock our time or 5 o'clock, East Coast polls are already closing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So like we'll have a somewhat an interesting picture of what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, I do have a song of the week.
Okay.
I wonder if you're going to know it.
I hope so.
I heard it on NPR.
Okay.
Diets by Dawn Richard and Spencer Zahn.
I'm on a diet. I've been on it since I've been here. I shook my habits. I got rid of all the bullshit. I'm on a diet. Haven't you noticed? I'm feeling weightless. I got rid of all the people who wasn't good for me. I dropped my fake friends like I drop calories.
Does that name ring a bell?
Yes, but why?
Danity Kane.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wow.
She has a new album.
Is it good?
I've only listened to the song, and it's so different. I was like, okay, I want to listen to the rest of it.
What, she was in Diddy Dirty Money? Was she the one?
What is that?
Remember he did he did that group, and he had the two girls, and they had the sunglasses on and the little short dresses.
Was that before Danity Kane or after?
Patrick, what was their one song? Diddy Dirty Money.
I have no idea.
It was Dawn, I think.
So, it was Dawn with the white girl.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
But not Aubrey, the other one.
Yeah, Shannon.
Yeah.
Well, sure. Yeah, they had many iterations, and
Right.
luckily I kept up with all of them. Me and Rob went to see Aubrey and Shannon as Dumb Blonde or whatever, and I remember I tweeted at Aubrey and said, "Aubrey, you're 2 hours late to the stage," and she retweeted it.
Without a comment?
Just retweeted it, and I think followed me. Not worth it, and they did sing Damage though, so it was worth it.
Wow.
But their music separate, not good.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for you to listen to this.
I will definitely listen. My song, I'm sorry I have to, Evergreen Love, Joe, Serafini.
It's so good.
It really
is.
Let's make sure there's space to breathe a little more. Let's put up the tree. Oh, you're my favorite Christmas kisses. You're the song that my heart misses. You're my crimson comfort and my evergreen love. You're my golden wish and you're my silver star above. You're the angel on my tree. You're everything to me. You're everything to me.
The chorus, I was listening to it, Decorating the Tree. And the chorus absolutely gives me chills. I promise not to make Christmas music every week, but it's divine.
It is very good.
I love it.
It's got the Let's Chat stamp of approval.
It really, really does. I love Christmas and I love Joe.
Yes.
So it's, yeah. Anything else you want to say? What else do you have going on this week? But what are you doing before you leave?
Nothing.
Wow. He says nothing.
I don't think anything.
Bye.
We leave next Wednesday. We'll not be back till Monday, the 11th.
God.
So the next time we're here will be November 16th.
Oh, doing the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, am I not invited over between then? Jeepers.
Well, no. Well, look, yeah, we leave on the 6th.
Mm-hmm. 6th.
And yeah, we will be back here recording November 17th or November 16th. And the week after that is Thanksgiving.
Oh my God. I mean, it's Christmas. That's what I'm saying. Everybody gets mad at me for decorating early. Literally, Halloween ends, you put the pumpkin away, and it is January 1st.
Absolutely.
And you're taking it down.
Yeah.
That's why I want to just enjoy it.
Soak it
up.
Yeah.
What are you, okay, last thing, and then I'll stop talking. What are you most looking forward to in London?
Patrick said this yesterday, and I was like, that's so true. And I was like, this is why we're together. He said the weather.
1,000%.
It's going to be cold and like rainy, and that's our favorite. We thrive in that. Other than that, I think just running around and exploring, and honestly, probably either today or tomorrow, we need to kind of lock in a few other ticketed things that I think we want to do.
Yeah.
But from what I've been told, everybody says it's like so walkable, and like obviously everything is in English. But like if I keep thinking if we can get around Japan without a problem, we will be 1,000% okay in the United Kingdom.
Exactly. Always, again, find a cop.
Exactly.
And you have phones.
Yeah,
your phones will work.
It's true. So yeah, I'm thrilled. I cannot believe it's already here.
Yeah.
I feel like I gave this to Patrick last year, I think, for Christmas. So
11 months later, you're going. Wow.
It's here. Yeah, wild. What are you gonna do while we're gone?
Probably nothing. Knowing me, I'll probably sit at home. Last time y'all left, I built Legos.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Okay,
I'll find something to do.
all right.
Yeah. I'll believe me. I'll find something to do. Thank you so much for listening. We hope y'all have the best election week ever.
I know. We might be living. We certainly, regardless, will be living in a different world.
Yeah.
By the time we come back, which is wild to think about.
What a dramatic note to leave.
Okay, say something else to end on.
No, I like it.
Oh, okay.
It's okay to be serious.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Let's Chat with Curry and Adrian. If you enjoyed the show, and we know you did, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review. Keep the conversation going by following me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Curry Terrell, and Adrian on Instagram at Adrian McMill, and Twitter at Yo Adrian McMill. Discover our weekly song picks by adding our playlist on Spotify or Apple Music, all linked in this week's episode description. Got questions or feedback? Email us at letschatwithcurry@gmail.com. See you next time. Bye, y'all.